Hello, and welcome to the Worst Movie Podcast. I'm Ade.
And I'm Aaron, and this is a podcast where we watch the worst movies ever made in the hopes of finding a hidden gem.
Enjoy. So what have you been watching lately?
I'll tell you what I was watching while I was waiting for you to fix your technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I watched 30 minutes of a guy on YouTube just doing hand checkering on a gun stock.
I don't know some of those words.
So you know, like the diamond pattern that's cut into wood stocks sometimes for like extra grip.
Yeah.
You can do that with machines or like press it in, but the old-fashioned and nicest way is to cut it by hand, and it just involves cutting a ton of lines.
Okay.
And it was like meditation to watch this guy. I watched 30 minutes of it, and I was so into it, and that I was like super distracted when you were ready to finally record.
Wait, so can you send me a link to the video? It's just because I feel like I understand the words you're saying, but it's not computing. You're just watching a guy just make a bunch of cuts in wood.
Yeah, it's basically a pattern. He's cutting a pattern.
Okay.
And it's just very meditative and soothing.
Is this like a genre that you watch frequently?
I just discovered it.
So we know what you're going to be watching for the next month.
Yeah. Every time we do an episode, this is what I've been watching.
Is it like meditative? Or is it like an ASMR type thing? Or is it like, I don't know what?
He just has a calming voice and it's just a soothing video. And I don't know, it's just a repetitive process that's satisfying to watch.
What's he talking about while he's doing this?
He's teaching you what he's doing. I sent you the link.
Yeah, I'll watch it later. I don't know how.
You don't have to watch all 30 minutes.
Oh, believe me, I won't watch all 30 minutes. I mean, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised and like sucked into that world. But wow, what a interesting age we live in terms of the diversity of content you can find. I already knew that, but it continues to surprise me, I guess.
Yeah, I have a cat on my desk. This might be.
All right. We'll
see how it goes.
A tail has entered the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, fun.
What have you been watching?
In more traditional content, we started watched the first 2 episodes of Rooster, the new Steve Carell show on HBO. Have you
I don't know that one.
heard of it? It was created by Bill Lawrence, guy who did Scrubs, Spin City, Ted Lasso, Shrinking.
Oh.
He's done a lot of stuff.
Is he involved with the reboot of Scrubs?
I would have to imagine. I haven't read anything about the reboot of Scrubs, but I don't know how it would happen without him, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he was the creator and showrunner of Scrubs.
Yeah.
And all those shows, you can kind of see like some of the like Scrubs actors appearing in all those like shows. The neighbor on Shrinking. You've been watching Shrinking, right?
Yeah.
The neighbor on Shrinking.
She was Jordan in Scrubs.
Yeah, she's his wife in real life.
Oh.
Her husband in Scrubs, the character, the snarky doctor, older doctor.
Was she married
John
to
McGinley?
Yeah.
John McGinley is in Rooster, the Steve Carell show.
Oh, I just saw a clip from that. They were doing like a sauna into a ice bath. Yeah,
the whole premise is Steve Carell visits his daughter, who's a like associate professor or something on campus in this small New England college. She has just been dumped by her husband. Her husband left her for a grad student. And so Steve Carell is there ostensibly to lecture some students, but he's really there as an excuse to spend some time with his daughter. And it's funny, but it's not like rapid fire joke sitcom-y like Scrubs, but it's a lot funnier than I thought. It's heartwarming and there's some drama, I guess, but it's really a comedy. And yeah, I think good so far. Like I said, only 2 episodes in. So
yeah, I am enjoying Shrinking, but parts of it are too sappy for me.
Yeah. I don't know if we said this last time we talked about this, but I really started getting annoyed by it towards the end of season 2. Is it on season 3 now? Yes, towards the end of
I
season
think it
2.
is season 3.
Like, there are parts of it that I really like. I liked season 1 a lot, and the
Yeah.
parts of it that I still like, but some of the characters just really grate on me. They
It's a
feel
little too saccharine and
yeah.
forced. The relationship between the neighbor and his coworker lady seems so forced and fake.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that seems like yeah, what's it Jessica Williams' character is one of those that it seems almost cartoonish in the way that
Is she the neighbor?
no, she's the coworker.
Okay, yeah.
Hopefully this isn't spoiling anything for anybody watching this, but she's a therapist, and I feel like so many like she acts like she's a child sometimes, and much less like has no like she's supposed to be a really good therapist and understand like I mean I don't know in the way she conducts herself in her personal
Yeah.
life. Sometimes it's just like you have no basic understanding of human behavior. It seems like
Well, that seems kind of the point of the show, though, is that like these therapists that are good at what they do, but they're also a mess in their personal life. What is that picture that just popped on my screen there?
oh wow. For those listening to this, what I mean, do you have a rotating collage thing or whatever? It,
Yeah,
loo-
it's just supposed to be artwork.
it looks like Johnny Depp as painted by Picasso or something like that. I don't know.
It's terrifying.
That is terrifying. Well, that's
Uh,
probably a good time for a segue.
yeah. Speaking of terrifying,
Speaking of terrifying, we're today talking about the movie Borderlands from 2024, directed by Eli Roth, famous for directing a lot of horror movies and for being the Bear Jew in Inglorious Bastards.
Donnie Berkowitz.
Yeah,
No, was it Berkowitz?
I think so. I think that's right. Incredible character. I'll come back to director writer because I have some background stuff on this. Starring
Okay.
Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jamie Lee Curtis. 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, $120 million budget, and made $33 million at the box office. Huge flop.
Oof.
You've probably heard about this since it just came out a couple years ago, and I guess it's recent enough that we should say spoiler alert. We'll spoil everything about this movie probably.
Yeah.
What had you heard about this movie, and had you seen it before?
I had not seen it before, and I had heard almost nothing about it. I was surprised that it existed, to be honest, when we were doing our research.
Really? Like the marketing didn't hit you at all?
Oh, and that's like you would think that it would.
Yeah, I think it was kind of buried. There was a lot of so we'll coming back to director writer. This was in development hell for a long time. I forget when they
Seems like it.
finished filming, at least the first round of filming because there were a bunch of reshoots. But yeah, I'd read just that I don't know. It was terrible and predicted to be predicted to be terrible pretty early on, and just a lot of stories came out before it was even released. And so Tim Miller was brought in as director to do reshoots because Eli Roth was unavailable for another movie. At least that's like the official. Like I don't know what I read in Wikipedia or elsewhere.
Mhm.
And then the original writer. Have you read any of this background stuff?
No.
Okay, so originally written by I didn't write his name down. Anyway, somebody, and he took his name off the Craig Mazin, and he took his name off it and was like, I don't, I'm not associated with this
That's not a
anymore.
good sign.
Yeah. And then the writer who's credited in the credits and like in official like Screen Actors Guild stuff is Joe Crombie,
Yeah.
who doesn't exist or
Mm.
has no other writing credits. Can't find any, no Wikipedia page, can't find anything about him. And there was speculation that Craig Mazin, the original writer, used that as a pseudonym to like distance himself from it. And he's like, no, it's not a
Oh.
pseudonym. It's not me. Like I have nothing to do with this movie. And if you look on IMDb, it links to somebody named Joe Abercrombie, which I discovered right as I was about to watch this. and I was like, holy shit, that's one of my favorite authors. Like, I've read like 7 of his novels. He writes this kind of really good fantasy-ish series that I don't know, the First Law series, which I really like.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, Joe Abercrombie wrote this. Like, that's weird. And so I kept digging into this.
Mhm.
He's never said anything publicly about writing this.
Yeah.
Uh, nothing. Yeah, he hasn't talked about it. I found a blog post of his where he mentions this was from his like year in review blog post from 2025, where he
Uh-huh.
talks about playing the new version of Borderlands. He's really into video games and
Okay.
how much he likes it, but no mention anywhere of, and he talks about a
He's
bunch
not
of like
admitting it.
not admitting it. He talks about a bunch of film, and he's mostly a novelist, but he does
Yeah.
some like film and TV work. And he doesn't. He's says in some of his posts that he like can't talk about all of it. Some of it is in development. And I guess the only link to this is that so Tim Miller, the director that was brought in for reshoots,
Yeah.
has been working on one of Joe Abercrombie's novels to adapt it into a TV show.
Yeah.
So maybe
I
that's
think
what.
it's him. Do you
Yeah,
bel
I mean, Joe Crombie is such a weird name to use
Yeah.
and so
But
close to Joe Abercrombie.
it's so close to his real name though that it feels like it shouldn't be him.
Yeah, but like why? I mean, if you were going to do this, you would be like, it's not Barack Obama, it's Barack Obama. Like I don't know, like you would use a completely different name if you were trying to use a pseudonym.
Right. That's
I,
what I think. Like it's too close. If he was trying to throw people off the trail by using a different name.
but could it be that like Tim Miller wrote it and like they were having drinks or something, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you?" He gave some tips or something, and he's like, "I'll do, it's mostly me, but maybe I'll use some advice from him." Like he didn't actually like sit down and write. I don't know. It's a weird. It's weird. I read a lot of stuff, like to just have nobody come out and be like, "Yeah, I wrote."
Nobody wants to claim credit for this.
Like the writing is bad, but it's not like so bad that I mean, like I don't know. Yeah, it just seems weird to me that nobody would claim it.
Yeah.
Like every
What?
other movie we've covered, people have been like, "Yeah, that was really shitty," and they like so many things come together to make a
Yeah.
bad movie,
Right.
some studio notes, reshoots, whatever, to just like completely disappear behind a pseudonym is kind of funny.
Yeah, what if it was the first writer that is Joe Crombie and he picked a name that's so similar to somebody else that might be tied to it that
Yeah, to
to
throw
throw
everybody
everybody
off.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be hilarious.
I'm curious if there are rules though in Hollywood about like credits and who gets paid, and so like
There are,
somebody's probably getting paid under the name Joe Crombie or
yeah,
it's
there are definitely rules about it, and that's like you have to. I don't know all the specifics, but you have to. I think you have to be part of the Screen Actors Guild to get, or no, Screen Writers. What's it called? One of the guilds. I mean, they're
yeah.
unions and
Yep.
unions and guilds, and I don't know. I'm not a Hollywood
An
lawyer.
insider.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. What's your what's your connection to Borderlands the game?
I don't have much of one. I've played some of them. Some of 3, I think, is one of the newest ones. They might be on 4 now. Uh, it wasn't my favorite, but I had fun. I like that style of game, but
What
really Amanda is the one in our house that's into it.
can you describe the game? Like I don't know really anything about the game.
It's like a looter shooter. So you play through a story. I'm pretty sure it's fairly linear. I don't think it's like an open world
Yeah,
game. And you just like loot stuff. You get guns off out of like chests. There's tons of opening crates and go like buying new guns. They have like weapon vending machines that you can go to and like spend coin that you've collected or whatever the currency is to upgrade your gun or get new guns. And like it's a looter shooter basically.
yeah. You want to give a quick synopsis of the movie?
So Cate Blanchett plays Lilith, who's a bounty hunter, and she is hired by a man named Atlas, played by Edgar Ramirez, to bring back his daughter, who's on a planet called Pandora. And his daughter's name is Tiny Tina, which is she's a real character from the game, I guess. All of these are characters from the game.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can you play as these characters in the game?
I don't think so, but I
Who
don't know.
who are you in the game? Like, are any of the characters that you play that you are in the game?
Your guess is as good as mine. I
Okay.
I know that the characters have powers, so I'm assuming that like you pick a player that has the power that you want. I don't know though.
Should we get Amanda in here for this?
She's gonna be so mad when she watches this. She's like,
So
"You got it all wrong."
you never
uh,
listened to me.
I've watched her play it some, and I played a little bit with her and a friend of hers, but I would say I have less than 5 hours of gameplay in Borderlands.
So I have less than 1 minute of gameplay. I think it's funny that you've spent 5 hours playing it and additional hours watching it, and you're like, I have no idea
I
what
mean, it
happened.
was a long time ago that we played it, and
Fair
I'm not
enough.
into the game that much. So, and I certainly missed the movie. But anyway, she finds Tiny Tina on Pandora, and she's teamed up with a psycho named Krieg, which is just a giant guy who's on drugs, I guess, and a mercenary played by Kevin Hart named Roland. And there's a tiny robot that is there to help her named Claptrap, who I do remember from the games, and he's voiced by Jack Black.
Do you know how? I'm guessing you don't know the answer to this. How closely does the storyline in the movie follow the storyline in the game?
I think not at all.
Okay, like the premise is similar.
Yeah. So spoiler alerts: Lilith has superpowers. She's able to teleport, which is really her power in the game. Roland is supposed to have powers, but he doesn't display any in the movie.
Yeah, didn't seem like he had powers.
And Tiny Tina is like this maniacal teenage girl that is super into explosives and destroying stuff. Amanda said she's kind of like a Harley Quinn type character, but Amanda felt like none of these characters were close at all to how they are in in the video games.
Yeah.
Claptrap is like funny and a little annoying in the games, but it's mostly like comic relief. And I didn't think that the Claptrap in the movie was ever funny. Well, that's not true. I laughed at a few things, but mostly annoying.
Yeah. I was just scrolling through Wikipedia, and it sounds like there are 4 playable characters in the game. I don't know what. Maybe this is the original game. Brick, a large, powerful man who operates as a berserker. I don't know. Is that the same as the psycho?
I don't
Li-
think so.
Lilith, Mordecai, who I don't think we see in the movie,
No.
and Roland. So it sounds like Lilith and Roland are the. Maybe that's
2
just like
playable characters.
maybe that's just the first game. I'm guessing the other characters come in. What?
Yeah.
So we'll start with Claptrap. I read that Jack Black voiced him, but like the voice was so auto-tuned or something. Did it sound like
I could tell instantly it was Jack
really?
Black.
Like
Yeah.
I could tell knowing it that because he had the same affectation and I don't know
Yeah.
delivery and
It's supposed to be a little bit robotic.
yeah.
The voice was all wrong.
It fell flat for me. I felt like it's. I mean, Jack Black is like at least one of the most successful voice actors of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue if he's best or not, but yeah. For if you're like Jack Black plays a major character, voices a major character in a movie, you'd be like,
Yeah.
okay,
It's probably good. It's probably funny at least.
Yeah, funny at least sometimes. I mean, I think I talked about watching Anaconda, and it wasn't a good movie, but at least like I laughed a bunch, with Jack Black doing Jack Blacky things, and like this was like, yeah, I don't remember laughing at all. What did you find funny?
There was a part later in the movie where he was like, "Oh, I definitely hope nothing terrible happens to each and every one of you," and I don't know. That was about the only part I laughed at.
Yeah.
And there was a part where they found like a little plant that was thriving on this barren planet, and he unknowingly jumped on it and started like squishing it. Those were literally the only two parts of the movie that I laughed at.
Yeah.
And they were claptrap, so I guess he served his purpose of being the the comedy relief.
He was certainly the funniest character in the in the movie.
Yeah. I don't even think that there were jokes in this movie. Uh, like there weren't even parts that I thought were like written and were supposed to be funny, and I just didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't remember funny parts being written at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a comedy for sure. Yeah, I don't really know
But
who
you've got Jack Black and Kevin Hart in
Yeah,
a movie together, and there are no laughs.
yeah, it's so I mean, I did feel like Claptrap tried to be funny. Maybe it was a little humorous. It definitely wasn't laugh out loud, but like when he was first introduced and Cate Blanchett like keeps shooting him and he's like
That he can't be killed.
yeah, and he just kept saying like, "Oh, you accidentally fired your gun," or I don't know, something like that. Like,
Yeah. Oops, you accidentally shot me in the face again.
yeah, that was it. Like that's a joke.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart was trying to play like serious action hero.
Yeah.
Did he have any jokes?
I don't think so. He tried. I think he had like trying to have a heartwarming moment at the end, and I was like, "This is weird."
What was that? I must have missed that.
I don't know. He was sacrificing himself so everyone else could escape. He was staying behind, and I was like, "This is." So
and the next scene, you show he survived.
Yeah. This movie had no stakes. At any point in the movie, did you feel like things weren't going to be just fine?
Yeah, I was so bored with this that I guess I didn't feel any real emotions being tugged throughout this movie, but I was also just kind of confused about the basics of the plot. So
Same.
I guess I didn't understand the stakes. So I mean, you mentioned this, like Cate Blanchett is a bounty hunter to recover the daughter. Well, okay, backing up a little bit, there's
from
this whole
like evil overlord dad guy who owns a company that he wants her back. It was really strange.
Yeah, I mean, backing up a little bit, there it starts out about how there's this prophecy in this. It's this advanced civilization technology, technology well beyond our own, space travel, blah blah blah. And it starts out there's this prophecy that this ancient alien race buried unspeakable treasure on this planet. First of all, I don't know. I guess it was a little disjointed for me to like see like, are there prophecies anymore? I mean, I mean, even in our backwards scientific, compared to like their worlds. I mean, I know there's like religious prophecy about the end times and stuff like that, but I mean, it feels very.
I don't know that there's any modern prophets that I can point to. Nobody's making bold predictions for like 500 years from now.
Yeah, there's going to be some ancient treasure on this island or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people on YouTube, doing the woodworking thing, like with gun handles. So maybe I'm sure they're prophets on YouTube somewhere who are like, in 25 years,
that's hardly a prediction though. If you're only going 25 years out into the future, that's not a prophecy.
How many years does a prophecy make? 100?
It's got to be outside your lifetime at least. So I like 100 years.
Well, shit, I'll start making prophecies because then I'll be dead by the time that they come true. Like you can reap all the.
I mean, how long ago was Nostradamus? Hundreds?
I have no idea.
500 years ago?
How
it's got to be magnitudes of hundreds.
But how far in the future was he predicting?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I feel like as a prophet, you've got to give your audience something, right? Like you've got to be like
was he a prophet in his time? Well, like were people like that's the prophet Nostradamus, or was it just like that's the crazy guy who keeps saying shit that isn't true?
I don't know. I have a lot of reading about Nostradamus because I don't know anything about him. But yeah, I guess, you don't want to be the crazy person. Like you want to be a successful prophet, right? And I think part of it is you have to predict some things that come true in the short term. And then you say a bunch of like big shit about the long term. And the people are like, well, he was right about what was going to happen in 6 months. And so like, he's got to know what's going to happen in 60 years. That's what gives you the power and the following.
Does success make you a prophet though?
Well, Is that a
Is it?
philosophical question?
I think so. Like, do
I,
you have to have already established success in short-term prophecies to
I
be
mean, I guess
considered a prophet? Or like if somebody 800 years from now finds this podcast and they were like, wow, Ade was really speaking about our times here.
well, yeah, when you tune into my prophecy podcast, I guess first of all, you'd probably need to acquire some sort of fame and or power or something to last that 800 years that somebody's going to like dig up that podcast to listen
Yeah.
to it. And I guess it depends on what you want. Like you either are going to be a successful prophet, meaning everything you say comes true, which is just, the intrinsic value of being a successful prophet, or you're really trying to get like an audience with the king and like in the halls of power and, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah. We've said prophet so many times now that the word has lost meaning.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, a prophet it's divinely inspired revelation. So you're like a mouthpiece for a divine
of course. I mean,
entity.
you're going to
Although
prescribe.
it could just be a predictor, one who foretells future events. All right.
Are
I
you
don't
saying
know.
are you saying you didn't know what a prophet meant?
I mean, I wanted to look up the definition to see if I was just defining it on vibes or if I was
Yeah.
close to what the dictionary says. Yeah, I don't know. I I think that there's no like I think it's loosey goosey.
Well,
If
yeah.
you're just predicting the future, then you're a prophet. So anybody could be a prophet.
Yeah, you'd pretty much just call yourself a prophet. There's no guild for that. You don't have to.
There's
There's
no
no
union.
credentials.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like this
Well,
whole movie
this unraveled.
what'd you say?
I said, well, this unraveled.
Yeah. This whole movie starts with this prophecy and it's like, and then it shows like this Atlas Corporation has invested what looks like billions of dollars into finding this treasure that has been prophesized.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why are all these people hunting for this treasure based on, I don't know, it didn't make any sense. And then so that he hires Cate Blanchett is introduced as like one of the baddest bounty hunters ever. I mean,
Hmm.
super cliched. By the way, one of her first scenes, she's in this bar and he approaches her and she just straight up murders three people in
Yeah.
the bar because she's like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Uh, and the bartender is just unfazed. Like this is such a a seedy bar that like how much of a regular would you have to be to like
To get
kill
away with
three
that.
people and
Yeah.
and like
And the bartender covers for you.
yeah, it's like I'll clean this up for you.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a drinking problem if that's the case. If that's the case,
If you're
you
there
need
that
to
much.
seek help.
Yeah. One of her first lines in this movie is "I'm getting too old for this shit," and I'm
Yeah,
like, I
God.
like we all we all know that line. Is it just a winking nod to this movie is super cliched and dialogue is terrible, or is it said in earnest? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was bad. I mean, we got voiceover exposition within like the first 2 minutes of this movie, so you know it's doomed.
Yeah, I wrote down so much narrator exposition,
Yeah.
like, and then it kind of stopped. I guess they felt like there was enough about this world that they had to exposition it for us,
Yeah.
because we were too dumb to figure it out. But
Yeah.
can we talk about the cast a little bit? What we started talking about Kevin Hart. Do you like
Yeah.
Kevin Hart? What's your favorite Kevin Hart?
I do not.
You do not like him, or do you do not have a favorite Kevin
I
Hart?
I don't really like his movies.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think he's that funny. I would say that I don't know a ton about him. He might be perfectly fine. I just don't seek out his
you're a
movies
really nice guy. I just think you're terrible at all your work and everything you do.
Yeah. It's just not for me. I think we've established that some things are not for me, and I think his movies are one of them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I haven't really watched his stand up either, so I don't know. I'm kind of in the dark on his career.
Yeah.
You? You don't
Uh
seem like a Kevin Hart guy.
oh, what is
Are
the
you
Kevin
gonna
Hart guy?
pretend? Are you going to pretend to be?
No, he's one of those people that I feel like I shouldn't. I mean, he's so famous and ubiquitous that
Yeah,
I'm like,
I don't
yeah.
buy it. I think he's a media plant. He's an industry plant.
Uh, I think he probably is really good at hyping himself up, and he is in a lot of stuff, and
Yeah,
like I like a lot of movies that he's been in where he's like not the main character, but as far as like billed as the lead or co-lead, I feel like I really haven't seen a lot of like, and some of it's just his choice of movies. I mean, he does a lot of broad
safe
comedy,
comedy.
yeah, that is just not, or like kid stuff that I don't know. Like I think we mentioned briefly Jumanji when we were talking about The Rock, and like I watched the first Jumanji and I thought it was kind of funny. I don't think I'll revisit it, but
Yeah, him and The
like
Rock are perfect for each other.
yeah, I thought they were both good in it. I feel like I've seen his stand up and found it funny, but I would bet that I've not seen half his specials.
Yeah, I think I've not seen any of his specials.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't put money on any number that I've seen. I
Are
don't
you
know what the
saying
other.
you haven't seen half of one special? Or-
well, even as I said it out loud, I was like, Ade, have you seen any of his specials?
You are pretending to be a Kevin Hart guy.
I feel pretty confident I've seen at least one special from Kevin Hart. I don't remember any joke from it, so
Yeah.
I feel like very insecure in my statement. But yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
about
I
where
guess
I
I don't
am.
have. Yeah, I feel similar to you. I don't have any hard feelings towards Kevin Hart. I just feel like the choice of movies, at least that he like leads in, never
Yeah.
seems to appeal to me. Like
Yeah.
I can't remember the last movie that I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to see that. Like other than I don't know, I watched Jumanji with the family, and it felt like, yeah, this will be we'll all have something to enjoy here.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out during this movie, like, who is this for? It's
Yeah,
not for me. And I feel like I'm in the demographic that you would
right.
think it would be targeted towards. Is it for like really young kids?
I'm not even really sure what genre this movie is. I mean, it's an action movie, but
Yeah.
it felt
Like an
like,
action heist adventure.
yeah, it felt like it checked all the boxes of blockbuster movie,
Yeah.
but none of it was executed well.
Oh, yeah.
It was like there were a bunch of like chase and action sequences, but it was just kind of like,
All very highly choreographed.
yeah, it's
Like,
just like, yep, that happened.
yeah.
But maybe to your stakes thing, like I never felt like
Yeah.
thrilled or excited or surprised, or it was just like, yep, time for chase done.
Yeah.
Move on
Time
to the next
for
scene.
exposition, time for emotional scene that might pull at
Yeah,
some heartstrings, time for next chase set piece.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, it felt I told Amanda that it felt so formulaic that it feels like Chat GPT wrote the script or something.
yeah. What?
All of the fight and action scenes were super choreographed and like there was never any real danger.
Yeah,
That just made it feel extremely I
yeah,
was bored to death in this movie.
yeah. Before we move off the actors, what do you think about Kate Blanchett? What's your connection to her?
I generally like Cate Blanchett's movies. I mean, the two she was good as what was her character's name in the Marvel movie? I liked her in that movie though. I liked her in Aviator.
What was the Marvel movie?
It was the
Was it?
Avengers.
I liked
It
her
was one of
in that Marvel movie. So while you look that up, I feel like
Doomsday. Avengers Doomsday. No, Thor Ragnarok. I don't know. She's maybe been in a few.
there's so
I like
many.
her as that character. She was good.
But who was she? I don't really remember her in the Marvel movies.
Hella. She was
Hella.
like, yeah, I think that she was Thor's sister or something like that.
So I feel
Yeah.
not
Odin's
as
daughter.
not quite the same way as Kevin Hart, but I'm like, oh yeah, Kate Blanchett. She's a great actress. She's been in a lot of stuff. And then as I sat down to write my notes for this, I was like, all right, name your favorite Kate Blanchett movie. And I was like, I know, like, I had to look it up. And was like, yeah, she's in a lot of stuff, but I wasn't like, I mean, you have her IMDb open. What's your favorite Cate Blanchett movie where she stars in the movie?
If you count this as starring the Lord of the Rings movies.
I don't know. I, well, I saw the first one.
Oh my God.
We've talked about this recently.
I know. It just surprises me every time.
But she wasn't the star of that, was she? It was, she
Yeah,
wasn't Frodo or
she
anything.
played a very important character in it, though.
I mean, I guess
she's the opening voiceover in the first movie.
it depends on what you call starring, I guess. But like face on the cover, I was like, man, I like Blue Jasmine, which I've only seen once, but I remember really enjoying that. It's a Woody Allen movie from like 20 years ago, 15 years
Yeah.
ago. I really like her in Hannah. She plays the villain. I don't think you would call that star. I mean, she plays a big role. I really like Life Aquatic. She was in that, but that's kind of more an ensemble thing.
Yeah,
Like, I
she's
think
in
she's
a lot of movies that I like, but I wouldn't necessarily say she stars in them.
yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was weird that it was like, oh, they're both of those actors that are so ubiquitous, and I'm like, she's one of the more well-known actresses, and I'm like, I just haven't seen. I admit there's some like movies like Tar have been on my
Yeah.
list for a long time.
Same.
And I'm like, ooh, 3 hours. I just like never
Same.
sit down and pull the trigger on that. I know it's a big, important, really good, critically acclaimed movie, but it's about subject matter that I have no interest in, and it's
Yeah.
long, and so I'm just like, it feels like homework. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that I agree that all of the actors in this movie, I have no strong feelings for. Like, I know that Cate Blanchett's a good actress.
Yeah,
I like her in things. I wouldn't necessarily say I go see a movie because she's in it.
yeah,
But yeah, there's no draw to this movie for me.
yeah.
Just actors alone.
Switching gears, what character would you be if you could be any of these characters in real life in this world?
Atlas.
the evil megacorp owner. That sounds quite unlike you. You are a capitalist after all.
Who wouldn't want to be wealthy and have a private army?
I mean, you're speaking to the choir.
Yeah.
Infinite power and wealth.
I just thought I'd preempt your answer.
I wasn't even thinking about him I was thinking about the protagonist.
Yeah. Who are you going to say?
I feel like I could be a bounty hunter. I mean, similar to our assassin conversation last week, I feel like bounty hunter could be kind of fun.
What traits do you think you have that lend themselves to bounty hunting?
Ooh, this is like an interview. Well, I feel like I'm very determined and disciplined, and care about the details, and have a capability to be ruthless. Maybe not, but
Are
does
you a
this
good
job come with
investigator?
benefits? Or
how would you go about finding a person? Where would you start?
I do think that is the biggest hole in the bounty hunter plot line, especially in a world like this. It's like, okay, I'm going to find this person that's across several planets and potentially billions of people. Yeah, I think the best strategy is what happens in this movie is stumble across a personal robot who can access some version of the internet that was never explained, who can find anybody wherever they are. I think that's
known spotting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that seems perfect, like a perfect bounty hunter weapon.
Yeah. You're also told like where in the galaxy specifically this person is. Like they had the planet, which definitely helps if you're an intergalactic bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And then you get there and there's a personal aid robot that knows exactly where the person is.
Yeah, but otherwise, I guess she was just going to walk from country to country. She didn't even really have luggage. She had like a little satchel. Did we ever see
What
what was
was
in
in
there?
it? No.
Yeah. No, we didn't.
It was branded Atlas, so I assume that he gave it to her, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe there's a shot somewhere where she pulled some weapons out of it, but she wore the same
Possibly.
outfit the whole time in the movie.
Her
I
hair
think
was perfect the whole movie too.
yeah, yeah. I think I'd want to change of clothes and I don't know, more of a plan.
I
I
hated this movie. I was I don't know, I don't think I said this yet, but I think this might be my least favorite movie that we watched.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it was so boring. And it was
Yeah,
so big budget and trying so hard. Yeah, it was the most boring movie I've watched yet.
yeah. It is certainly the. I'd have to go back and look, but it feels like the worst movie to budget ratio that we've watched. I,
Yeah.
the one good thing I can say about it is the production and design was pretty good. Like eh, I mean,
I hated the horrible green screen and CG. I thought that was really poorly done.
yeah, there was definitely some bad CG, but we've seen way worse
Sure.
in some of these movies. And I thought like the some of the like costuming and characters, like the I don't know on the planet and stuff like that, were like stuff was well done in that regard.
I liked the masks that they were wearing that were like light masks. I thought
Yeah,
that was kind of a cool effect.
yeah, I don't know. I felt so. My immediate feeling after watching this movie is that's not as bad as I was expecting, given how much I heard about it before about it being bad.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the more I thought about the movie, because I watched it, I don't know, 5 days ago or something like that, and it was like every time that like I thought back to it, I'm like, yeah, that was bad too, and that was like it gets worse
It
the
was all
more
bad.
the more I think about it. I'm like nothing, like the premise didn't make sense, that the resolution didn't make sense either. So like I don't know, let's skip most of the plot, but at the end, she becomes the Phoenix or some I don't know whatever. She's the prophesized. She's the one.
Yeah, the
That
daughter of Iridia or whatever
yeah, and they
that can
find the
open the
treasure.
vault.
Yeah, they find the vault, but what's in the vault? Like a
I
bunch
don't
of
know.
like CG blocks
Piles of books.
and then and then the end, like the closing scenes are basically all the people on this planet cheering and partying. It's like the end of like it's like what is the Ewoks on Star Wars, like
Yeah.
all cheering because the Death Star has been destroyed. And
Yep.
I'm like, wait a second, why is everybody cheering? Because she killed the Atlas guy and what was wrong?
She didn't
Like,
even kill him. She just trapped him there.
yeah, I like what did everybody know that? Or
I don't know.
and then well, I'm assuming he's dead because that monster came out and ate him, right?
I don't know if it ate him though.
It just it caressed him and
Yeah, all she said was you will have company down here or something, and then she
yeah.
left. Uh,
But yeah,
maybe
like
they were cheering because the vault's been opened, so people will stop coming and vault hunting on their planet.
I mean, that doesn't make. There's this whole economy of people selling to vault like
and
our
doing like
economy's
bus tours.
Yeah, our economy's destroyed.
The only thing people come here for. It's ruined.
It just didn't make any sense. Like I don't know. Yeah, it's
Well,
really weird.
ChatGPT was like, okay, everybody cheers here at the end.
It's just like it felt like another one of those checkbox things. It was like, okay, we had big confrontation with bad guy. The end should be resolution, and everyone lives happily ever after. But it was
Yeah.
like it didn't. Yeah, it didn't get explained.
Yeah. This movie had nothing of the good parts from the game in it. Everything that's good about the game was not in this movie.
I mean, I haven't. I haven't played the game, but it does feel like you could just make this a treasure hunting like storyline or bounty hunter storyline in like a more of a I don't know Mandalorian esque.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a bad analogy, but like limit it to this world and just explore this world and the different characters in this world because it felt like there's a lot of rich material potentially. I mean,
Yeah.
at least that was like hinted at.
Yeah.
There were some interesting side characters that we didn't really see anything. Like Jamie Lee Curtis was in this for a while, and I don't know, she was given nothing to. I didn't really even like her character was there for exposition.
Yeah. Amanda said in the game she's like this zany, like funny, like mad scientist type character, but she wasn't that in
No,
this. It
it
was bad.
yeah, it just seemed kind of vanilla.
Yeah.
One of my notes from that though is she has an electro shower, which like you get in and it shocks you into making you clean or something like that.
Yeah.
I felt like that was cool technology.
Seemed like it used lasers or something to clean you. Yeah,
Uh,
there was cool stuff in this, but uh it, there was like they didn't open a single there was no treasure. Like for being a
yeah,
vault hunter themed movie and with bounty hunters and all this cool stuff built in. They didn't open a single chest or there was no treasure.
yeah.
There were
Uh,
no like tombs to be raided in this
no,
movie.
there's nothing. Yeah, nothing interesting, nothing exciting. I just realized I had written down a Jamie Lee Curtis quote where
Yeah.
she says, "I just figured it out. Your mom gave you to me so that," and like she goes through and explains to the audience what we just saw on screen, like in the
Yeah.
flashback. And I was like, that's so bad.
It,
Dialogue was so bad.
yeah, it reminds me of like the Netflix prompt where to have a Netflix movie, you have to explain the plot like 3 or 4 times in dialogue to the audience. Like
Because
that,
everyone's distracted.
yeah, they figure everyone's on their phones, so we need to explain the plot plainly in dialogue at
Yeah.
least 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, the dialogue's bad, but not so bad. It's good. Sort of. It's not, it's not Street Fighter where it's like, haha, listen to
Yeah.
what it's just like, yeah, she literally said, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Um,
This movie was made by people who didn't know anything about the game itself or making good movies.
or at least were cynical about who they were making it for. They were like, we're making this from people who
For
like shit
babies.
movies. So let's just, let's pander to, like, let's try to shove all this stuff in there because we don't know what they actually like.
Yeah, it's for toddlers who need bright screens and flashing lights in the room to keep
Yeah.
them.
I do have to give a shout out to now the actor with the third appearance on this podcast. Did you recognize her?
Who?
Gina Gershon.
Oh yeah. I did.
She plays the bartender.
Moxie
Yeah.
with the terrible accent, and again, a cool character that had nothing to do.
Yeah, nothing to
movie.
do. Could have been. You could have expanded her into something. It
She
seemed
was like a madam at a brothel or something. She had a bar.
yeah, and it seemed like she knew Cate Blanchett's character, but was never expanded on. Like, it seemed like maybe they had a relationship before. Maybe was that hinted? I don't know. Was I just trying to read into it?
I mean, it seems like it could have been.
We should do a Gina Gershon month.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could maybe do a Gina Gershon podcast.
Yeah. Oh, that would be awesome.
It's just all of her bad movies.
Well, do you have any other notes on the movie? We haven't talked about the plotting at all, but I don't
There's
think it
nothing to
matters.
talk about. There was a private army that Atlas had that was just thrown at us. There was no explanation of who they were or why they were there.
Yeah, I still don't understand why hire the bounty hunter and then have the army chase the bounty hunter.
Yeah, it was stupid. But the actress who played like the lead person in the army that was ever giving all the orders was the worst performance I have seen possibly ever.
Oh, really?
It was so bad. It was so flat and no emotion, and like her face did nothing in the movie. It was like,
yeah,
I was like, was she the director's wife or something? That he was like, yeah, I'll give you a part or something. It was horrible.
We'll come back to her. She had the worst haircut.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, my favorite part of that is this huge army is chasing them, and they like that whole move where Kevin Hart's driving and he like goes through that monster or whatever. He like blows the monster's head and like cross the chasm or whatever.
Yeah,
and then it like that's how they escape from the army. But the army has like planes and
They're
like
flying.
hover. Yeah, they're flying.
They could easily cross this gap.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, they stopped chasing us because why? He killed the monster. That I don't know. It just
Well, then they went into the piss and poop joke scene
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
for
It's
the
just like
next 5 minutes.
they just cut from scene to scene in ways that don't really make sense. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about this or say about this movie?
No, I have nothing else to say about. Don't watch it. It's so bad.
Oh, you didn't like it, you say?
Yeah, I hated it. It was my least favorite.
What's your alternate pick?
I picked the Dungeons and Dragons movie, Honor
That was kind
Among
of fun.
Thieves.
Yeah.
I liked that movie. It was the same kind of feeling of this, like the team adventure, kind of heisty, but actually funny, and like you cared about the characters. And yeah, I liked it a lot more than I liked this movie.
Yeah.
What'd you pick?
Well, it's funny. So Janina Gavankar is who plays that general or whatever in Borderlands that you hated.
Yeah.
Uh, and my alternate pick is she was in a movie called Blind Spotting from 2018. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
I was just laughing because I need like she plays like she's not one of the two main characters. She plays an important secondary character and she's in it a lot. I feel like I remember her being really good in it, but now I need to rewatch it. Like I think she is a genuinely good actress.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. And she's been in a lot of other stuff too that I've seen, like more secondaries. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to vouch for like hire to lead the next, big project or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you have to be fair. That part in Borderlands, there was no part in Borderlands where it's like you're given a lot, but she was
Oh
given
yeah.
nothing but like cliched, dialogue and and
Yeah.
action and stuff like that. And so who knows?
Yeah, it's none of the parts were well written.
Yeah.
Or probably directed.
But anyway, Blind Spotting is looking at the cast of this movie. Blind Spotting was one of those like one of my 5-star picks that didn't. I think it only made like 5 million in the box office or something like that. So nothing like the Borderlands movie. It's about two friends living in Oakland that one of them is on probation and they're basically like it's a drama, kind of bit of a buddy comedy aspect to it too. Like there's a lot of funny stuff, but it's primarily like the two of them trying to stay out of trouble. Really heartwarming, really great movie, really gripping. I watched it for the first time on a plane and the plane started to descend with 15 minutes left in the movie, and not to like spoil anything, but there is this big like climactic scene towards the end of the movie and I had to shut it off and I'm like, oh, shit. And I like raced home and rented the movie to like watch the last 15 minutes. It was so annoying.
That's the gamble. That's
Yeah.
the gamble with the movie plane.
Yeah. Well, I thought I had enough time.
Plane movie.
Yeah. Highly recommend. You should watch this. It'll be hard.
Probably won't.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
I'm being honest.
Yeah, I know. I wish you'd. Like I said, I keep picking alternate picks that I think you should watch, and you never listen to me.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna start now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I might look it up. I was actually looking at the IMDb of it, just IMDb, and it looks pretty interesting.
They actually made a TV show. I never watched the TV show, so I forgot all about the TV show until I was noting this for my alternate pick. So
yeah,
that's on my list now. Well, this concludes our video game month. 2 comments about video game month. We picked this because, and the number one movie that we wanted to cover this month was the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s. And lo and behold, we can't find it anywhere. Can't rent it, can't stream
not available.
Really annoying. We can buy the physical DVD, but what did I say? It like took like 3 weeks to get here or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess we didn't plan ahead well enough. So I just want to yell at Nintendo, or who produced the movie? Was it a Sony? No, definitely not Sony.
I would assume that Nintendo is the one that's making it so hard to find, though.
Yeah, but what studio made the Super Mario Brothers movie? Like the newest one?
No idea.
Anyway,
The animated one with Chris Pratt?
yeah, the new. I'm guessing like once that came out, they like basically removed all the the like streamer rights and like rental rights or whatever for the old stuff because they just wanted to direct people to the new, the new production. So I don't know. Universal.
That's the rumor that's why Disney made the movie Frozen. That's the conspiracy theory, because if you would Google Disney Frozen, you'd get all those cryogenic
I've never heard
results
that.
about Walt Disney being frozen. So they made a movie called Frozen, so that's what would show up instead.
That's quite the conspiracy theory and quite the payoff for the psyops person in Disney that was like, here's how we're gonna um, here's how we're gonna keep people from finding out about our
You
cryogenics.
know Disney has a psyops department.
Well, yeah, of course. I was just reading something that how they have a color called, is it like hideaway green or something like they
Oh yeah, at
to
their theme parks.
yeah. Like they
Yeah,
have a whole color palette that's like designed to hide things within the park so you can't find like
yeah.
uh
Your brain just like washes it out. You
right.
don't see it.
So they have a lab somewhere where they've been testing this and
Oh
like
yeah,
of course they have psyops to, I mean, I'm not saying the cryogenic thing. I'm not going that far, but
we are being socially engineered.
yes, I mean, that's clear. Anyway, screw you, Universal, for taking out the John Leguizamo Super Mario Brothers
Yeah.
movie.
Tune in next week for my thoughts on aliens.
Oh man, I mean, this would have been there are tons of aliens in this episode. This would have been the episode. Also, shout out to my friend Andrew, who was like, "You have to do video game month," and he had just watched Super Mario Brothers, the old one.
How
And
did
I
he
was like,
watch it?
he said it was like on, I think he saw it on like TV, like on cable or something like that.
Oh,
And then I may be butchering this, but I think he then went back and looked for it and couldn't find it. So maybe if we would have just been like a month earlier, we could have found it or something.
yeah.
I don't know. I
Dang.
might buy the DVD and we'll kind of shoehorn it into another theme.
Yeah, we don't have to do themes.
Yeah, I like the themes.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we'll have a theme month and then like a bonus Super Mario Brothers catch up episode or something.
Yeah, we could have a month where we just do all the movies we wanted but don't fit neatly in other.
The grab bag theme.
Yeah.
If you have theme ideas for us, send us an email at theworstmoviepodcast@gmail.com. I think we've got a few ideas. We'll probably have an idea by the time this airs at the end of the month, and we'll have started recording for April. But give us ideas for May, June, July, so on and so forth. I think we're
Yep.
looking for more ideas on that. Follow us on the socials, thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm Ade.
I'm Aaron. Thanks for listening to the Worst Movie Podcast.